Hello guys, today we're happy to present you our first video, Top 10 Facts about Human Body. Babies are born with 300 bones while adults have 206. Slowly, as you grew older, everything became a bit bigger, including your bones. A baby's body has about 300 bones at birth. These eventually fuse to form the 206 bones that adults have. Some of a baby's bones are made entirely of a special material called cartilage. Other bones in a baby are partly made of cartilage. This cartilage is soft and flexible. During childhood, as you are growing, the cartilage grows and is slowly replaced by bone with help from calcium. By the time you are about 25, this process will be complete. After this happens, there can be no more growth. The bones are as big as they will ever be. All of these bones make up a skeleton that is both very strong and very light. Eyelashes last about 150 days. Our eyelashes fall out and completely replenish themselves every 150 days. They regrow until they reach the optimum length, fall out and replenish themselves again. Although everyone's shedding cycle varies slightly in length, every set of human eyelashes goes through this pattern. The smallest bone in your body is in your ears. At 3 mm by 2.5 mm, the stapes in the middle ear is the smallest named bone in the human body. The shape of a stirrup. This bone is one of the three in the middle ear, collectively known as the ossicles. The ossicles convey sound pressure waves from the outer ear to the inner ear, where the waves are translated into nerve impulses that go to the brain for identification. The other two ossicles are the malleus and the incus. Human body contains many salts. The human body contains many salts, of which sodium chloride, aka common table salt, is the major one, making up around 0.4% of the body's weight at a concentration pretty well equivalent to that in seawater. So, a 50 kg person would contain around 200 grams of sodium chloride, around 40 teaspoons. Since we lose salt whenever we sweat, it has to be continually replaced. While excessive consumption of it has been linked to high blood pressure and stomach cancer, salt is a vital part of body chemistry, playing a key role in many functions, from the quality of blood to transmission of nerve signals. A sneeze blows air out of your nose at 100 miles per hour. A sneeze and a cough have one goal in mind: getting rid of whatever is bugging your body. Unfortunately, getting rid of germs in such a violent method means spreading germs in a rather large spray of saliva, mucus, irritants and cough viruses which can live on surfaces for hours at a time. Sprays can be a little difficult to track, but some enterprising scientists have managed to make a rough estimate. A cough can travel as fast as 50 miles per hour and expel almost 3000 droplets in just one go. Sneezes, though, they can travel up to 100 miles per hour and create upwards of 100,000 of droplets. Yikes! Let this be a lesson to all our friends with colds or allergies. You have a high-speed cannon on your face capable of expelling all sorts of foreign bugs and germs, so cover your cough or sneeze with your sleeve in the bend of your arm, not your hands, and carry tissues, just in case. You are taller in the morning than you're at night. You are taller in the morning than at night. How can that be? As we go through the day, the cartilage in our knees and spine slowly compresses, causing us to shrink a little. When we sleep at night, the cartilage has a chance to rest and goes back to its normal size. On average, we're about 1 centimeter taller in the morning than we're at night. Astronauts experience this phenomenon more drastically when coming back from space. Without gravity, their cartilage has plenty of time to relax, making them grow a few inches during their time in space. Many more boys are colorblind than girls are. Color blindness is a fairly common condition where a person's eyes conflate certain colors or don't see colors at all. It's also way more common in men than in women. But why? The most common forms of color blindness are genetic conditions passed along the X chromosome. People with an X chromosome and a Y chromosome only need their one X to be defective to catch it. People with two X chromosomes need both to be defective. Most women have two X chromosomes, XX, and most men have an X chromosome and a Y chromosome, XY. That's why color blindness is much more common in men than in women. Children have more taste buds than adults. Infants have around 30,000 taste buds spread throughout their mouths. By the time we hit adulthood, only about a third of these remain, mostly on our tongues. So eating is an intense experience for the very young. No wonder nursery food is traditionally bland. There are suggestions that we are born with synesthesia, that curious condition where the senses are intermingled so children could be tasting food in 3D, Technicolor and Dolby surround sound. Children don't tend to lose their extremely sweet teeth until puberty. The reason they often don't eat their greens could be that the bitter notes in them are amplified by so many taste buds. And as we keep pairing flavors with experiences and forming prejudices, by the time children's palates are more accepting of vegetable flavors, they are negatively associated with parental nagging, an altogether different mood to that of the fun occasions when sweet treats are bestowed. Your lungs are the only organs in your body that float. The lungs are the only organ that can float on water. Each of your lungs contains about 300 million balloon-like structures called alveoli, which replace the carbon dioxide waste in your blood with oxygen. When these structures are filled with air, the lungs became the only organs in the human body that can float. In fact, medical examiners use the so-called lung float test during autopsies to determine if a baby was stillborn. If the lungs float, the baby was born alive. If the lungs don't float, the baby was stillborn. This method is accurate 98% of the time, according to a 2013 study in the International Journal of Legal Medicine. Your eyeballs are actually part of your brain. The eye is the only part of the brain that can be seen directly. This happens when the optician uses an ophthalmoscope and shines a bright light into your eyes as part of an eye examination. It shows the innermost layer of the eye, and the nerve carrying visual messages from the retina to the brain are visible in the back of the eye. In many neurological diseases such as multiple sclerosis or stroke, we can see changes in the optic nerve that provide a direct diagnosis. And if pressure in the brain increases, perhaps due to a brain tumor, we can see this as a swelling of the optic nerve. So changes in the back of the eye can be used in the diagnosis of a high blood pressure, diabetes, glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration or genetic diseases such as retinal dystrophies. So guys, this was our first video. Thank you for watching it until the end. If you liked the video, comment, like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you want to see some different topic in the future, comment below what you would like to see. We will be happy to make videos about interesting facts, aliens, history, cosmos, geography, chemistry and many more.